All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here today on this beautiful and rainy Monday afternoon. If you're here live, it is raining this Monday afternoon here in the San Francisco Bay Area where I live. It is Monday, November 7th, 2022. If you're here live, but if you're here on the replay, regardless of whenever you come around this live stream replay, it's going to have tremendous replay value. And I really hope that this live stream reaches as many people as possible because it's going to have some very, very important information on how to make things a lot more positive for you out here on YouTube and even in the real world. I know a lot of people are struggling with many things because they're just not truly understanding what is going on. And I'm going to clear everything up for you folks here today, once again, as I have in the past. So hopefully it'll turn things around for you in a better way. Before we get to all of that, let me first of all make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out. And it looks like it has. Let me also check out the back end of YouTube and make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. All right. So the title of this stream is I'm tired of negative content getting more views than my positive content. One more time. I'm tired of negative content getting more views than my positive content. Now, many of you, including Coach J-Rom in the chat, may think that this is a very negative title. Coach J-Rom in the chat said this before the show went live. That's not a very positive title, bro. And I wrote back to him and said, it will all be positive, bro. See you and everyone else soon. Super Facts. How you doing? Hi, Coach. Been trying to make another live. Have been watching replays. Well, thank you so much, Superfax. I got my notification. Just to remind you folks, once again, there is a 1-minute delay from what I say here to what goes out to you in the chat. So please give a little extra time for me to respond to you folks. I will be engaging the chat throughout the show, which is what I'm trying to say. Just don't think I'm ignoring you. There's a 1-minute delay. I have that set as a security measure in case I need to dump the delay. If I say something or someone I bring on says something that we don't want going out to YouTube. You know, this is a monetized channel. Both of my channels are monetized. And, you know, I do abide by the by YouTube's terms of service and their monetization policies, religiously. Not because I feel the need, I have to, because I want to, because that's the type of person I choose to be, and that's the type of person that I am. And with that said, I really wish a lot of other content creators on this platform would really take the terms of service as serious as I do. Not just because of the fact that, you need to abide by them to, protect your channel, but because you choose to be a good person. You choose to be someone that is honest and ethical, and someone that has morals and values as well. Morals, values, and ethics. So, and this is going to be raw and real and on the fly. I'm just gonna keep it raw and real, as I always do. I'm also not going to be attacking anybody here. I'm not going to be mentioning any names. I'm going to be sharing situations. I'm going to be sharing things that I've been hearing about throughout the communities that are associated to my channel. Now, when I say communities that are associated to my channel, I'm not saying these are communities I'm technically a part of. I really wish I, wasn't associated with certain communities because a lot of the communities that the YouTube algorithm has associated with my channel here are not communities I want to be a part of, but they are associated with my channel because other creators choose to continue to make content on me or rebroadcast my live streams as they're happening live. make clips of me, and that's totally fine. Do what you got to do. Not a big deal. I'm not here to question that. I'm just trying to share with people, how YouTube does things and how the YouTube recommendation system works. Okay. It relates your channel to other channels that you either talk about, use their channel names in your titles, in the titles of your videos or in the tags, or if they use your channel name in their title or, their tags within, their videos, or if they tag in community posts. YouTube is going to take all that data and basically relate your channels to other channels that do that, whether you want to be a part of their community or not. And honestly, I honestly feel that has hindered the progress of some good and decent content creators like myself. Because, in every community, there are lots of communities out here on YouTube, and in every community, you're always going to have one or two or three people that are instigating things as a form of their content. And, these people do that because that's the type of audience they've built, and that's what's getting them traction, donations, and paying their bills. Okay? So you really, really don't have a choice to be associated with those channels if they continue to put your channel names in their tags, in their description, in their titles. They tag you in their titles, or their community posts. They tag in their community posts. Let's see. Superfax says, Coach, listening to some of what you have been dealing with, have you ever tried a cease and desist when it comes to using your name? No, and that's not necessary. I'm going to clear all that up here today because a lot of people within these communities that my channel, once again, is associated with, I'm not necessarily a part of these communities, but with these communities that my channel or both my channels are associated with, there are people that are dealing with these things and they're just not understanding what the law is, right? And so they're going out there and they're trying to take legal action on something that has no legal merit. I used to feel the same way a lot of these people feel. I did try to take legal action years ago against similar things. There was even one situation where one creator clear across the country put out Craigslist postings all over the San Francisco Bay Area where I live of a flyer with my picture saying that I'm a pedophile and to be aware of me. And I walk around, my park, doing videos. I called Redwood City Police. They came over and all they told me was there's nothing they can do about it. It's a YouTube beef. I have to ignore it. And I'm like, well, if people see this and don't know what's going on and they assume I'm a pedophile, which I'm not, they might do something to harm me. He just said, you got to just, do the best to protect yourself. That's all he said. There's nothing they can do until something worse happens. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. And furthermore, and this is what creates a lot of negative content out here on YouTube, because a lot of people will feed into these channels that instigate things in this way, right? Yeah, no, it's true, Superfax. It's true. It is true. And the thing is, these channels that create this type of content and come at people in this way, they know it doesn't break the law, and they know that the cops won't do anything about it, which is why they push the boundaries to get that, cringy shock value type of content. Coach Jerome, I told you once the way out of the algorithm is to start new with a whole new audience and pseudonym. It's not going to change anything, Coach Jerome. If people want to find you and they want to tag your new channel in, they're going to continue doing that. I respect your opinion, but that's not going to change anything. And, I've talked about this with my lady, and this is the route that we want to go. We want to address this every now and then in a mature, positive, and professional way. and try to raise as much awareness for other channels in these communities that we would actually love to collaborate with if they could just stop feeding into these other channels that are instigating this stupid stuff. And if these other channels would just realize these channels that are trying to instigate this stupid stuff, they're just trying to get a reaction from you to make endless content off of you. And none of it is illegal. At best, it's morally and ethically wrong. But just because something is morally and or ethically wrong doesn't make it illegal. Okay? That's the thing that a lot of people just don't understand. So they continue to feed into things. They continue to try to take legal action where they have no merit to take legal action. And what happens to these creators that came at them initially, right? They're laughing in the person's or people's faces that are trying to take legal action on something that they have absolutely no legal merit on. Let's see. NCS Queen's in the house with the hearts. Hey, Eli says NCS Queen. And she says hello to California Ford Outdoors and Coach J-Ron. CFO says, Fax, how are you doing today? NCS Queen says, at California Ford Outdoors, what are you cooking? Superfax says, that's as rotten as it gets. It is. It is. A lot of creators out here on YouTube, it's not just one or two or three, okay? It's a lot of them. They know where the line is at with what's legal and not legal. They know what they can and can't get away with, and they push it to the line just to get that reaction from other creators to have an endless back and forth as a part of their content. And I'm just really trying to get as many people as possible to understand that, because the majority of these creators that are going back and forth with these channels that instigate this type of stuff, okay, they're good creators that want to create positive content, but the longer they get sucked into this type of fake instigated type of content, the more negativity it's going to spread throughout the community, the entire community. And again, like I said at the beginning of this show, to make it very clear, I'm not necessarily a part of most of these communities, but YouTube has associated my channel here and my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas, with these communities because they've talked about me in the past. They, are still somewhat talking about me now, and they will continue talking about me every now and then in the future, just to basically keep my channel or channels associated with theirs, so that way they can continue to leverage my channel name. And the more and more that other creators feed into creators like this, that's what's going to happen to your channels. Your channels, if they already haven't become associated with these channels that you don't want to be associated with, it's going to happen if you don't stop, right? Hey, Jenny Sadler, I see you in there. There's a 1-minute delay in the in-studio stream, so I'll get to your message as soon as possible. California Ford Outdoors says, I'm cooking spaghetti, Queen. CFO says, blessings to Coach Eli. All donations are greatly appreciated. Thanks, y'all. Yeah, and we'll talk about that more in just a little bit. We'll talk about donations, super chats, and all of that. And, I'm not a whiner or complainer. I'm not an e-beggar or anything like that. Let's talk about that right now. But, I work hard to create positive content. And yeah, I have my moments where, sometimes I lose my shit every now and then, but who doesn't, right? But for the most part, I keep it together because I really, truly want to help people become better people, right? I've worked hard between 2 channels to get 2 channels monetized. This second one was, the majority of the help was due to my lady and the value she brought to this channel. And I love her very dearly for it. And I'm not trying to exclude my lady. She's been a part of this probably for the last 6 to 8 months, and she's been with me for 15 months, and she's totally a part of it. But before that, I was doing it all on my own. I worked hard for many years, 5.5 years, to get my name out here, and I've created constant content all the time between live streams and pre-recorded videos. That's positive, uplifting, and people can actually learn from it. And if they actually listen to it and watch it and watch it over and over again and learn the principles, it will turn your life around in all aspects, personally and professionally. But what happens when you have a few creators in a community, for example, that are stirring up the pot with all the positive creators that you would have normally associated with, it basically infests the community. It infests the community because the people that I want to work with have been infested with this drama disease, right? I'll just call it that. And while I've stepped away from it and learned how to ignore it and deal with it, most of the rest of the people that I would love to collaborate with in a positive way, they haven't. They continue to feed into this drama disease. And it further creates more negative content. It gives the creator that's doing this for a living more content. And it basically flips your channel from a positive channel to a negative shit show channel. That's what it does. And the only way to turn it around is to just ignore it, no matter what is said or done. But I work hard. And I've invested a good amount of money for my equipment here in the studio, and for my walking streams. I give you folks great quality audio and video, if not every day, almost every day. Hold on a second. I had to get back to a text message that couldn't wait. It's all good. I put in all that time and effort. And for some reason, and I'm not complaining, I'm just making a statement here. For some reason, people that are a part of my community and a part of these other crazy communities, these negative communities, they choose to donate their money to the crazy community instead of the positive community that's truly helping them, right? That's one thing I just don't really understand, right? I just don't understand. And I wanted to share my feelings regarding this here today in a positive way. This is not a negative stream. I'm just speaking the truth, right? At what point are people going to have a reality check and decipher, what's right and wrong? What's more worthy to invest in, right? It seems like we want to invest more of our money in negativity and seeing people get attacked and doxxed and all that, and seeing people talk shit about each other instead of donating money to someone that's devoted his life to make you all feel better and help you become better people. Isn't that what people want? I mean, unless you all want to live in misery, right? Unless you all want to live in misery, why would you not value content like this? That's what I don't understand, right? But you value the shit show and you donate to the shit show. But when it comes to my positive content, no disrespect, people have donated, and my lady and I appreciate the donations we've received. But compared to what the shit shows get, we ain't getting shit. We're not. And again, I'm not out here to beg for money. The trolls and haters will say that I'm begging for money. No, I'm just sharing how I feel. And the trolls and haters can spin it any way they want to spin it. They can talk all the shit they want. I don't care. Maybe the right people that are, on the line of whether they want to continue supporting negativity or negative content or positive content, for those people that are on the line and they're deciding which way to go, maybe I can win you over. And I don't want to win you over for your money. Donations would be nice. That's what's going to help keep this moving forward, right? But more so because you want to become a better person. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Let's see. Super facts. They should be in mental wards, in my opinion. No, they don't need to be in mental wards because they know exactly what they're doing. This is a form of content that many content creators across the entire platform of YouTube globally do this, right? Half of YouTube has become fake instigated drama. And, you get creators out there that go out there and try to infiltrate other large communities. They start talking smack about them, and then it gets that community to talk smack about you. And then those larger creators that the initial content creator infiltrated, they're large creators, they get triggered because that's the job of the instigator, to trigger them. So that way the instigated creator can, start talking smack about the instigator, and then there's a back and forth. And what happens? The initial instigator leverages some of that audience and convinces some of that audience that, the person you're following is full of it, and I'm a real genuine person, right? It's almost kind of like, an infestation, then a love bombing, then a bait and switch, right? Now, and there's nothing illegal about it. There's nothing illegal about it. That's the concept right there. That's what some creators do. Like a lot of them do it out here on YouTube. And I'm just sharing with the good creators that just want to create and not get involved in this crap. You have to learn to identify that and just not react to it. Because I'll tell you this. This is what hurt me on YouTube. I didn't realize this. I used to react to these people for years. And all that did was put my name out there on these negative channels and made it appear like I'm more of a negative person and phony and fake person. And who I really was has been squashed all this time. It took me a long time to get back to where I'm at now, where people have seen the light and they know the type of person I really am. But for those of you that are still dealing with this and not knowing what's going on, take it from someone that's experienced this for 5.5 years. Take it from a man that's almost 49 years old that has a lot of life experience, personally and professionally, and on YouTube too. Super facts. Seems like a gentleman, Coach. Why so many detractors? Positivity bothers them because the bottom line is these people don't love themselves. They're insecure. They have issues stemming back to their childhood. They've probably tried to create real content in the past, and it didn't get the traction that this fake instigated drama, attacking other creators content gets them, right? And so, that's why they do it. Nothing less, nothing more. These people, outside of what they do here, let's call it a job. Let's call it clocking in and clocking out. They'll clock in and then they'll clock out, right? So they'll clock in, they'll do their thing, then they clock out, and then they try to live a normal life, right? Because I firmly believe they really don't want to create this type of content, but they do it because it's the only thing that'll get them enough traction and pay their bills. Because other things that they've tried haven't worked. And the reason why those other things they've tried haven't worked is because they gave up too soon. Some people nowadays, many people want instant gratification, and nothing that you create on the internet is going to instantly take off. In some cases, you might get lucky, but usually it takes time. I've been doing this 5.5 years, and I still have a long way to go. I'm further ahead than I was, but I still have a long way to go. And I haven't, I'll tell you what, I've invested more money into this than I've made. Now, I have another source of income. I used to be an insurance broker, and my money comes from elsewhere, and I do have enough money to sustain this. But at this point, I'm in the red. I'm in the red in this business. I've invested more into it with my time and with my equipment and all that. Okay, then I've gotten back. Things take time. And these other people that understand that what they would normally want to do would take time, okay? They don't want to put in the time and effort or work a side hustle job to bring in their income and then run a legitimate YouTube channel, which will take longer to build. They don't want to do that because they want instant gratification. That's all it is. That's the bottom line. So, I mean, it's not that they're necessarily bad people in real life. This is how they're coming off on stage to make the money in a quicker format. That's all it is. CFO says, facts, the nut house is already full with nuts and squirrels. Unfortunately, no room for them, though. CFO furthermore says, misery loves company. I say, y'all, misery ain't my company. I agree. Let me see here. Superfax says, geez, California, but pedo accusations, isn't that slander? It is. It absolutely is slander. It's actually defamation of character. But I called the police and they said it's a YouTube beef. Until somebody comes at me and beats me on the head with a bat or worse, they can't do anything about it. Yeah, it is. It's not only slander, it's defamation of character, is what it is. But there's nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do is try to prove the person, try to prove who did it, which I know who did it, but there's no proof that he did it. And even if there was proof, I would have to file a civil lawsuit, which would cost a lot of money through court fees and attorney fees. And these people all know that. And that's why I'm trying to tell people, anyone that's dealing with other creators on YouTube that is doxing you or threatening you or doing anything else, just ignore it. Just ignore it. And if I go back a few years ago when a content creator drove clear across the country to spit on my father's grave, there were people telling me that, oh, I should, sue the guy or get a restraining order on him or something. And all I did was ignore it, because by that point, I was like, I'm not going to feed into this. Yeah, it was wrong. Yeah, he broke the law, but it would cost me a lot of money and time to get an attorney and to pay court fees over something that just isn't worth it. You got to let it go. You got to let that stuff go. People were like mad at me that I didn't go after this guy. And I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of going after people for doing stupid shit on YouTube. You just got to ignore it and let it go. It's not worth it, right? There's a story I've been hearing about behind the scenes, because I honestly, my lady's still here with me. It's raining here in the Bay Area, so I'm not going to take her back home until Wednesday, because it's going to be pouring for the next few days. And I'm not going to make the round trip, without rain. And it's just not safe to drive that distance and in that area when it's raining. I don't remember where I was going with this, but I was going to say something, and I totally forgot. My apologies on that. Jenny Sadler says, hi, Eli. I am so blessed that my parents raised me to be a positive woman. That's really good, Jenny, and that's really awesome. And I'm really glad you're here. I am still working my way to the bottom of the chat. So please bear with me. And there's also a 1 minute delay. So I'm getting to the chat as soon as possible here. Superfax says that's definitely true, California. Yeah. I mean, look, we have the strictest laws here in California. But when it comes to social media and people talking smack on YouTube and doing things, I mean, the police, the FBI, nobody cares. I spent so much time years ago when I first started doing the YouTube thing, trying to stop this stuff and take action, and it's not really worth it. It's not. You just got to ignore it. And I'll share a story here that I remember now what I was going to say. I've been hearing some things from behind the scenes, because again, I don't have time to pay attention to this stuff because my lady's been here and she's still here for a few more days. That's where I was going with this. And people send me stuff, and I'll comment on this without mentioning the names, but I'm hoping that, the party that's, trying to take legal action, just doesn't try to do it and backs off. I'll share more about that in just a few here. Let me get through some more of the chat. Scotty Unchained 2.0, welcome, moderator and channel member. Thank you for that, Scotty. Hi, guys. Hi, Scotty says Superfax. CFO says Unchained 2.0. Hey, buddy, how you doing? CFO says Jenny, welcome. Hope all is well. Coach J. says, no, you're for a big part of their community. You're just not a participating member. But being you're all they talk about makes you a big part of it. Well, what I was saying at the beginning of the show, J-Rom, is that this is the best way to look at it from a YouTube growth standpoint. My channels are associated with their channels because they keep tagging me in to their community postings, their video titles, their descriptions, their tags. They do that so that way they can leverage my name and my audience. And quite honestly, there's nothing against the YouTube terms of service regarding that. So they're not really even doing anything wrong. Now, there is such a thing as creator on creator harassment. If you tag somebody in too many times or make too many videos on someone within a set amount of time, they can get removed for that or get a community guideline strike or have their channel shut down. But YouTube very rarely takes any action on that. So the bottom line is I am not a part of their community. My channels are associated with their community. That's the best way to look at it from a YouTube algorithmic standpoint. And that's the way I'm looking at it. We're looking at it from the point of what is hindering the growth of a lot of these positive channels that are parts of or have been unknowingly, been attached to other channels in many various different sectors of YouTube that they don't want to be attached to because they're negative channels, right? That's what it is. Facts, yes, it is slander, says CFO. It's slander, it's defamation of character, but there's nothing you can do about it. Unless you want to file a civil suit. And good luck there. It's hard to prove. And they all know it. Super facts, it is awful having people ran down on by cops. It is, but that's not what we're talking about here. So I don't know where that came from. Superfax says, I like channel. Okay. This channel? Okay. Adam Ma Fitness and Gaming L. Hi. Can women sense a desperate guy? Do we give out like an energy? Hang on a second. Hang on a second here. That's a real person. Well, tell me a little bit more about you, Adam. How old are you? I need to know your age so I know how much experience you have before I answer that question. Because if you're going to ask a question like that, you're probably, in your late teens or somewhere in your early to mid 20s or maybe late 20s. But let me know how old you are. And when I get to the bottom of the chat, I'll answer your question regarding, can women sense a desperate guy? I mean, the quick answer is yes, they can. They can. And for you to ask something like that, no disrespect. Strong, confident guys are not going to ask a question like that because they already know women can sense a strong, desperate. Sorry, not a strong. Women can sense a desperate guy. So the fact that you don't know that probably tells me you're probably somewhere around the age of 18 to 25 or something like that, maybe younger. And if you're under 18, unfortunately, I'm not able to help you because this is more of an 18 plus channel. But I looked at your channel and I think you're probably in your 20s is what it looks like. He has an actual channel there. And thank you for being here, by the way. Coach Jerome says, one thing I see wrong here is you do 2-hour streams where you drone on a bit, and those channels have panels and laugh and joke. It may be at the expense of someone else, but when not do that, but better. Why not do that, but better is what you're saying? Here's the thing. I can't control the other content people create under fair use. They can talk about me or anyone else all they want. What I can do is do whatever I want to do and just ignore whatever anyone else is doing that I don't want to watch or know about, right? That's all I'm saying, Coach J-Rom. My whole outlook on this is not to try and get these fake instigated drama type of channels to get shut down or stop. My whole point here is to try to teach other people that are consuming content or other creators that are more on the positive side of things to understand what's happening when you start to associate and work and go back and forth with those channels. That's all I'm trying. That's the outlook I'm looking to take here and am taking here. But thank you for your comment there. Jenny Sadler, I enjoy channels that focus on exercise and eating clean. This is why I like when you walk the trail. Sometimes I have to mute you, but I respect your daily dedication. Well, that's no problem. I mean, not everything that comes out of my mouth, Jenny, or anyone else is going to resonate with everyone. I have my own beliefs and my own opinions, and I do my best to not try to project my opinions and beliefs on anyone. But there are many things that I've experienced that I initially failed at, and I learned how to overcome them. And these many basic things are things that people struggle with the most. So I want to share those stories and help people work through those similar things that I initially failed at and overcame. I want to help you folks overcome that. And that's what I primarily focus on. But thank you so much for your comment. I greatly appreciate it. CFO says, due to the rain, no walking stream. There will be a walking stream today at around 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. The rain is going to stop for a few hours. So I will be able to get a walk in. We have 16 people here, 5 likes. Folks, please smash the thumbs up. There are more than 5 people in this chat. We've only got 5 likes. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and bang the bell. That will allow you to chat. If you're chatting, you are subscribed, so that's cool. But please at least smash the like. Share it on your community tabs if you have one. Pretty soon, everybody will have a community tab for the most part. YouTube is making things so much easier and better for everyone. It's just getting better. So let's use the tools that we have and help each other out. Coach J-Rom says, I'm just saying people want to cut loose and have fun, not listen to blog posts with due respect, of course. Well, that's your opinion. And I respect that, Coach J-Rom. If you don't like to listen to blogs, if other people that you know don't like to listen to blogs or us dissect stuff, then that's fine. But here's the thing, Coach J-Rom, you used to, listen to J.D. Gunner do news stories from websites, and you all supported him, right? And maybe that's a little bit different. So everybody has different things that they like to do, and I don't always, do blogs or use, other stories on the internet for supporting content. A lot of times I'll just do what I'm doing now, myself in the camera. I do my walking streams. That's myself in the camera and beautiful scenery. But I understand what you're saying. It's something that you prefer, and maybe several other people don't prefer. Some people do. But again, thank you for your feedback. I appreciate that. Okay. Let me see here. CFO says the root of the problem is how they're raised in the household. We have no idea what goes on at home, is why half of the population is raised in a drama house. Well, yeah, I think any content creator that has given up on having an actual purpose and creating something positive has been through something traumatic like that. And that's unfortunate. I mean, we're in an era now between the Gen Xers, my generation, and the millennials and post-millennials, the Gen Zers. It's a big generational gap. And, you're also seeing the highest divorce rates in the history of our world, around 60% globally. Especially at least here in the U.S., it's almost 60%. And pretty much everywhere else on the planet, the divorce rate is over 50%. So more than 1 out of every 2 marriages will fail, right? And why is that happening? Because, and this is with no disrespect, I've said it before, I'll say it again, women being liberated and having equal rights is great. Women should have always had equal rights. The problem is both men and women being in the workforce, it basically takes time away from raising their kids. Someone else has to raise their kids. It's either the grandparents. If they're not around, it's a nanny. And so that's what happens to these kids. And they're called latchkey kids, right? So they're not getting the nurturing love from their mother and father because both parents are now working, right? And, a lot of people in a former community I used to be involved with called MGTOW, they say that, feminism destroyed, or women being liberated destroyed the family home. I'm not going to say it's been the only thing that has done that, but there is some truth to that. Again, I'm not trying to take away from women being liberated, but women being liberated and working has changed the way kids are being raised. It has changed it. Even my lady, who used to be a nurse, and her ex-husband was and still is a cop. They were working opposite shifts. They hardly got to see each other. And, that also, affected the amount of time they would spend, with their kids together. Individually, they were working opposite shifts, so they would take care of the kids. But the kids need to see mom and dad together. The kids need to do things with mom and dad as a family. And that's just not happening nowadays. And that's what's affecting the way a lot of these millennials have turned out and Gen Zers have turned out. And yes, that is a big part of why they're creating this type of content. It is. Jenny Sadler says, I am sorry, Eli. What I am hearing is horrible. People can be so vicious. Well, I mean, I'm just being honest, Jenny. I'm trying to help people here become more positive. In order to become more positive, you got to stop feeding in the negativity, even on social media. All the negativity has moved from the real world to social media, and it has become real. I mean, a lot of the stuff you see out here, even though it's fake instigated, to the other people that are being instigated don't know it's fake and instigated. They think it's real, so it really affects their lives, and they become negative people because of this. So I'm trying to educate these people to understand what's going on so they can just avoid it at all costs and be more positive and work with more positive creators out here like myself. CFO says people are who they project, is why some people can change and some don't. Well, how you see yourself is how the rest of the world's going to see you. Okay? How you see yourself is how the rest of the world's going to see you. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. Even if I was on my last penny, I would not do the things some of these creators are doing to make money. Even though I know if I did do that type of content, I could build a quick drama audience and make more money than anyone. No doubt about it. It's just not who I am. It doesn't sit right with me. And to me, it's completely against my morals, values, and ethics, right? So I'd rather go broke than do something that doesn't define my purpose just to make money. I couldn't live with myself. I couldn't. If I did that, I couldn't live with myself. Hey, Pablo, he says, yo, what's going on, bro? CFO says, Pablo, welcome. We are at 44 minutes. I'm going to step away and take a break here, folks. I'm going to step away, take a break, and come back for another 30 minutes. We are at just turned to 45 minutes. Folks, please, consider donating to support the channel. The super chat's available at the bottom, or super sticker. You can also donate via Cash App or PayPal. Nightbot's been sharing the Cash App and PayPal links every 7 minutes. I'm not going to read them out. You folks can just click on the link there. You can see it. If you do send a PayPal, make me aware. Everything else I will get notified through Cash App, and the super chats and super stickers will pop up in the chat. But please consider making a donation to support the content. It does take a lot of time and work to do this. With that being said, Adam says he's 22. I'll respond to you when I get back, Adam, because you're at that age. When I was 22, man, I had a really, really, really hot, sexy, Romanian girlfriend, man. And, I didn't have a clue compared to what I know now, right? And now my woman now at age 47 is just as hot, if not hotter, than my, girlfriend back then at 21, 22, the Guamanian. And I am in full control, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm very attracted to her, but, I'm more mature and I've learned a lot. And I'm glad you're here, bro. I will give you some very, very simple advice that will turn your life around. You'll get the girl and you'll be happy, dude. And I appreciate you being here for the help. So stick around for that. We're going to take a break. Let me queue up some royalty-free YouTube music here. What do I want to play? Let me see here. That's one. Let me see. That's two. That's three. I just need one more. One more. One more. All right, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for about a 7 or 8 or 9 minute break, something like that. Stick around. Do not go anywhere. I've got some stories to share and the rest of the chat to go through. So stick around. Round. We'll be right back. All right, we're back.
Then you have magic.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I want each and every one of you to stand up, shake your hands all about, let that energy flow through your body, because I want you all to feel real good. And I want you all to know that you are worth it. You are worth it. You are worth it. That's another thing I'm going to be focusing on here on this channel is teaching people and empowering people to feel and know that you are worth it. That is crucial. More on that sometime soon. But for now, it's time to get back to the show. Time to get back to the show at hand. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli 2, authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. We want to instill positivity deep in everyone's brain so you all feel good, and that way you can accomplish whatever it is that your heart's desire at a personal and professional level. They both go hand in hand. Today, we've been discussing the topic, I'm tired of negative content getting more views than my positive content. One more time, I am tired of negative content getting more views than my positive content. And if you feel this way, and I'm sure many of you do, this show here is going to help you turn that around. I'm going to share more about that coming up here after the song is done. In the meantime, one more time, once again, I'd like to remind you all that this channel here, my coaching business, the coaching business I run here with my lady, is primarily funded through crowdfunding and your donations. And if you feel it in your heart and your soul that you are getting value, please consider making a donation in any amount based on the value you feel you are receiving. You can do so in one of many ways. You can go to the bottom of the chat and hit the super chat or super sticker. You can also donate via PayPal or Cash App. Nightbot's sharing my PayPal and Cash App links every 7 minutes. Or on PayPal, you can go to paypal.me/Coach Eli. On Cash App, you can go to $the real Coach Eli. And also on pre-recorded videos and live stream replays, once they're done processing, you will see on monetized channels this little heart that says thanks on it. That's called the super thanks. You can even send a super thanks, which is a monetary highlighted comment in the comment section of videos from channels that are monetized. So there you have it. And as always, donations are greatly appreciated, but they are not required. We understand some people are just not in the place to do so. If you are in the place to do so, please consider, folks. It would definitely help move this positive message forward. All right, so back to the show here. Let's get back to it. CFO says, Pablo, welcome. Let me make sure my audio sounds okay. Give me a second here. I got to make sure. I'm on my own today, so. Coach Eli. And also on pre-recorded videos and... All right, we sound good. Let's see here. Adam says, MEAH, meh, fitness and gaming L. I'm 22. So he goes also, he furthermore says in the chat, I'm inexperienced and have anxiety. Bro, every guy at that age is going to have anxiety when it comes to meeting women because we haven't fully built our confidence as a man yet. And there are many ways you can do that. I'll share that with you here. You want to try to get in the best shape possible. You're young. So hopefully you're in decent shape. If not, get yourself in decent shape. Diet and exercise. Walk regularly. Run regularly. Eat right. Eat healthier. Right? You want to groom yourself properly. If you have a beard or, you have facial hair, trim it like myself, You also want to dress nice. Make sure you have some nice, decent, modern clothing. You can wear a hat like myself. I have a shaved head, but you can wear a hat even if you have hair. Hats are cool. Women love hats. They love when a guy changes it up. And make sure you use deodorant as well. You shower regularly. You smell nice and clean. And once you take care of that and you look at yourself in the mirror and you look good, it's going to make you feel good. But knowing that you look good, shouldn't don't let yourself get cocky, which is what I'm trying to say. Don't go out there and say, hey, I know I look good, you should be with me. You want to think that in your head and just be a cool, decent, down-to-earth dude. And when you approach women, knowing that you look good, you smell good, you're dressed very nicely, very well, right? You're going to be able to approach women and just have a regular conversation with them like you'd be having with one of your best buddies. Now, does that mean you're going to get all the women? No. Women are attracted to different types of men. You're going to get rejected more than accepted. So basically, I'd say probably out of every 10 girls you approach, out of every 10 women you approach, one or two might be interested. And one of those might go on a date with you and it might turn into something. And if not, then start the process again. But I totally understand what you're going through. And yes, women can sense insecurities, instabilities, mentally, emotionally. You want to focus more on becoming in tune with your emotions. You don't want to be a sappy guy, but you don't also want to be an emotionally closed off guy like many guys are nowadays. You want to be a well-balanced, emotionally balanced man and well-balanced all-around type of man. And that's what it's going to take to turn things around. And trust me, dude, take this advice and, watch the replay over and over again. Take this advice. You're going to still make mistakes, but eventually if you follow this advice, it will turn your life around, man. That's how it worked for me. All right. So let's see. CFO says, yep, Adam, I saw the comment and I'm like, okay. Moving on. Adam, it's okay. You're going to be all right, says CFO. Cool. Pablo says, Eli, my best advice for getting more views is doing shorts more often and adding effects to them. I saw the Rooster short that got over 1,000. Yeah, and to be honest with you, even a short video that just gets 1,000, or that one got like 13, almost 1,400 views, that's still not a lot of views for shorts. That's equivalent to one of my live streams or pre-recorded videos getting 200 to 300 views. But you're right. I do need to focus more on some YouTube shorts, and more of those will be coming this week on my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas. So make sure you folks are also subscribed to that channel. Nightbot's sharing the link to that channel every 7 minutes, and it's also below the description for those of you on the replay, or go to youtube.com/lifecoacheli. CFO says, Pablo, thanks for the advice. Not everyone has the time to see an hour-long show on YouTube. No, sure. No, I understand that. Live streams have their most value when they're live. And so with the live streams, which is why I have a separate live streaming channel now, with the live streams, what my lady and I are doing is more real-time life coaching, once to twice per day. Sometimes we take a day off, but usually we'll do at least one live stream, possibly 2 per day. And we do that to engage the audience that's there in real time in the chat and do some real-time personal and professional coaching. But I get it. I totally understand. The replay value of live streams is not as great as shorter form content like pre-recorded videos or shorts. Totally understand that. Very good point. CFO says, I had my fair share of a divorce, and yeah, not to be mentioned. Okay, cool. Adam says, how do I attract women? I was told it's because I'm chasing and trying too hard. It's making them run away. I stare at every girl I like. Well, dude, yeah, you're coming off creepy by doing that. And it sounds like you're not a creeper, but you're coming off creepy to women. See, women want what they can't have. Women are attracted to a man whose feelings are unclear. And that's how you want to start things off. You want to start things off by just being cool and down to earth and just having a conversation with them like you would a buddy, right? And you also want to come off that, you're not attached to any particular outcome. So you have a conversation. If it leads to something, it leads to something. If not, no worries, and then just move on. But if you stare at them in the eyes when you first meet them, if you try to lock them down and stuff like that, it's just not going to work out, And here's the thing. The secret to women that I've learned is that attraction is a must and not a choice. And women are going to know within 3 seconds of running into you or seeing you whether they feel a connection or not. And if that's not there, that very first moment, it will never be there. Okay? So, you got to kind of try to learn to read their body language. A woman that's really into you, when she sees you, she's going to smile at you. She's going to be a little jumpy and excited. She's going to try to sit closer to you. She's going to maybe try to rub your shoulder, right? Or sit next to you, touching like, butt to butt, or thigh to thigh, right? That's when they're into you. If they're keeping a distance, they don't see you in that way. Doesn't mean that, they hate you. It just means that they're not attracted to you romantically. Coach Eli, I'm sorry with my last comment. I wasn't being a jerk. I was just saying if you'd like to get more traction, maybe try mixing it up with intelligent conversation in a more relaxed environment. No, I never said you were, coming up like a jerk, and you were not. You were not coming off like a jerk. I mean, Coach Eli, you're stating respectful opinions. Like, you're. I wouldn't even say they are respectful. I would say they're more constructive. You're stating constructive feedback. And that's all I've ever looked for in people. So that's good, man. No, well said. Well said. Adam says, at California, please help me. California Fort Outdoor says, Adam, women can read a man like a book. Just be yourself, and we don't want to be chased by a desperate man. That's it. That's it. CFO says, Coach Jay, you're a great man, and your last comment is food for thought. Yes, it is. Let me see here. Let me see here. CFO says, Adam, use Axe spray for men because it draws the attention of some women. A man that smells good is our weakness. Well, that's true too. On a first date and on special occasions, I use actually a step above Axe spray. Axe spray is, for those of you on a budget. But I would get some Drakkar Noir. It's the black bottle, Drakkar Noir. That will just turn women on. Now, here's the thing. If the woman is not attracted to you after laying eyes on you, after you see her for 3 seconds, within 3 seconds, she's going to know if she's attracted to you. If she's not attracted to you, it doesn't matter what cologne you use. But if she is attracted to you and feels it, while you're talking, if you're wearing some Drakkar Noir or some nice cologne, it's going to turn her on. So yes, that does help. But again, what a lot of men don't realize about women is that women will either feel attraction for you romantically within 3 seconds of laying eyes on you, or it'll never be there. So, your job on a first date is to see if that attraction is there. And the bottom line is, if that attraction is there, the woman will let you know and will try to get close to you. And then you got to go for the kiss. Because here's the thing. You got to at least get a kiss or make out a little bit with the woman on a first date, or just don't go on a second date with her. Because honestly, if it's not there from the very beginning, it's not going to be there for the woman. And then you're just, hanging out as friends and, buying a woman dinner that's never going to be intimate with you or romantic with you, right? And that's what's probably happened. That used to happen to me all the time in my younger days. And that's why now, I've got a great woman of 15 months. But, when I met her and women I met before her in the past that I dated, especially in my 30s and 40s, I would briefly meet up with them. at a mall parking lot, at a supermarket parking lot, or for a brief walk at the park, just to see if there's chemistry there. If it's not there, no second date. And no harm, no foul, because at least you got to walk in, you got out for a little bit. But if you take a woman out to a lavish dinner on a first date and she's not feeling it, you just wasted your money and time. And she got a free dinner, right? I hope that helps, bro. I hope it helps. CFO says I got to go, so you all have a wonderful, blessed day. You too, CFO. Holly's Hauntings and Happenings. Hello, Eli and everyone. Hello, Holly. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Moderator and channel member, Holly's Hauntings and Happenings. CFO says, Holly, hi. Holly says, hello, CFO. Pablo says, welcome back, everyone. And Holly's promoting the channel membership for as little as $2.99 a month. You can become a channel member and you'll get access to members-only chats. We do have 5 members so far. The moment we get to 10, I'll be doing probably 1 members-only live chats per week. The streams will still be publicly available, but only members will be able to chat during those. Moderators are exempt from this. You do not need to have a membership to chat in a members-only chat, but any other members-only content, which is not available yet on this channel, but when it is, will be a minimum $4.99 per month. And moderators will still need to, purchase, for anything outside of members-only live chats. All right, let's see here. Scotty Unchained 2.0, 2 hours to go. Autism Mom of 2 with a $1.99 super chat from the iPhone. I support you, Eli. All for positivity. Thank you so much, Autism Mom of 2. Big round of applause. Thank you so much for that, Autism Mom of 2. You know what touches my heart about you, Autism Mom of 2? You're a lot like my lady. My lady is doing okay. She's not a rich woman. I still love her. I'm not a rich man, but I'm doing a little better than her. No disrespect. She will trust me. She's got things in the works and we're running this together. But my woman will give her last dime to make someone happy. The other day, we mentioned this a few streams ago. The other day, when we were getting a car wash at the Chevron near her area, she gave $5 to a homeless person that was, sitting outside with a blanket freezing. And she told him to get some food. And I can't remember. She also, she also did another good deed. I'm not going to mention this one publicly. She did send $10 to someone else. I'm not going to mention this one publicly for certain reasons. But yeah, she doesn't have a whole lot of money, but she still gives. And I know, Autism Mom of 2, I know you're raising those 2 autistic children on your own. And I know things are tight, and you still give. You still give. Yeah. And there are people that, and I'm not trying to be critical, I'm just being honest. There are people that do have money to donate, that are getting value and don't donate. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm just saying, it's funny to me how people that, are more so feeling the struggle are willing to help other people than people that aren't struggling. Yeah. The Ghost of Whoosh Whoosh is good. Hey, man, how you doing? Let's see here. Hello, Coach. Hey, the Ghost of Whoosh Whoosh. What's going on, man? Okay, so we're pretty much caught up in the chat there. We are at 1 hour and 17 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up in about 13 minutes or so because I need to turn around and do a walk at about 4 o'clock. It's going to be a quick turnaround. And on my walking stream, that's going to be day 7 of the 30-day positivity challenge. I wanted to talk about something I heard about behind the scenes that actually has been put out publicly. I just didn't see it publicly because I just don't have time to follow drama or fake instigated drama or what other people are doing, because it doesn't align with what I'm doing. But if somebody shares something with me that I feel is noteworthy and can help someone out in that situation, then that's why I'm going to talk about it. So apparently, I heard that a woman on this platform that has had a back and forth with another male content creator was doxxed by this content creator and some other people this content creator is associated with. And I guess now apparently, from what I'm hearing, she's, at a courthouse trying to file, charges, or she's trying to file a police report or trying to take some legal action on it. Holly's hauntings and happenings with the $5 super sticker. Oh my, I'm getting distracted. Big round of applause, Holly. Big round of applause. She says, keep it up. Thank you so much, Holly. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you and your husband and your 2 wonderful kids. And thank you so much for that. Yeah. So to continue with the story, I guess this woman is trying to take some legal action over her information of where she lives being doxxed. And when I heard about this, I was just thinking to myself in my head that it's just stupid all around. And what I really want the person or anyone that gets doxxed to understand is that if you're a public figure out here on YouTube and you show your face and you use even just your first name, right, you're susceptible to being doxxed. Now, I'm not saying it's right. It is against YouTube's terms of service to dox someone. It is. But what you're not understanding is that it is not against the law. And until there's some until there's some law written, that's what I'm trying to say, until there's some law written that doxing is illegal on the internet, then you have no case. And you're wasting your time. You are. Not only are you wasting your time by going to the cops regarding this, you're actually giving the people that doxed you more ammunition to talk smack about you. And I understand that may not be what people in this situation want to hear, because I have been in this situation in the past. And I just learned to accept the fact that, hey, I'm a public figure and I go all out. Here's my face. There's my name, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. My full name is Elias Dimitri Melas. People know where I live, and people have doxed me, and I could care less. I could care less. It doesn't matter. If you're going to be a public figure on YouTube and people are going to do stupid shit like threaten to dox you, just say, hey, dox me. I don't care. Dox me. Who cares? Right? Because what are they really going to do? Right? What are they really trying to do? What do you think they're really trying to do? All they're trying to do is get a reaction from you. Right? And, when they can't get a reaction from you the traditional way, they start to amp things up where they know it would get a reaction from you. And at the same time, these people don't fear any repercussion, because hopefully, at least, wherever this person was doxxed, that content's been removed, because it can be flagged. But these people are smart. They'll remove that, right? They'll dox you, then they'll remove that, right? And even if you got a screen recording of it, it doesn't matter. It's not against the law. It violates YouTube's and Google's terms of service, but it's not against the law. And you going to a courthouse trying to take legal action in some capacity is a waste of your freaking time. Scotty says nothing you can do. Right. Nothing you can do. Now, actually, you know what you can do, Scotty, is just say, hey, dox me. Who cares? Dox me. Right? That's the way to handle it, right? And all of you that are going through this, throughout, and it's not just one content creator on YouTube doing this. There are many content creators across the entire platform of YouTube that are doxing other people in the same ways just to get a reaction from you. You need to ignore it. Don't feed into it. Now, the funny thing is, this woman that got doxxed, supposedly, I don't even have any proof this happened. I just was told this behind the scenes, right? But I'm sure it did, right? And again, anyone that goes through this, just ignore it. Don't feed into it. And the person that's doing this is probably going to monetize it. Here's the funny thing. So you've got a woman here that supposedly got doxxed. She's trying to file charges on this, which, ma'am, it's not going to go anywhere. Nothing's going to happen. And the people that doxed you are going to laugh in your face. And I say this respectfully because they're not breaking the law. They're violating the terms of service, but I'm sure that content's been removed. And even if you have a copy of it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And see, what this woman's going to do is now make content off of this dude doxing her to try to incite super chats through her live chat. And it's very hypocritical because if you are trying to legally stop someone from being doxed, which won't go anywhere, then why do you feel you also have the right to talk about it on your shows and try to monetize it? That's really, really shady to me. And quite frankly, in this case here, and I know many other people that get doxxed do this, many other people that get doxxed will take the opportunity and say, hey, I got doxxed today on YouTube, and that gets everyone to tune in and then light up the super chat, right? But I sit here and create positive content all day trying to help you folks better your lives, and I get jack shit. Well, today I got $6.99. Thank you, Holly, again, and thank you, Autism Mom of Two. But you know what I'm saying, right? And here's the thing. I'm not saying I'm all that, but I do know I bring value to my content. What type of value are people getting by super chatting someone that creates a stream saying, I got doxxed today by this person, and he's a big POS, and blah, 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 blah. So send me money and feel sorry for me, right? Now, I mean, I could try to pull the same card here, but I wouldn't feel right making money, crying like a little female dog on YouTube. It's not right. And I'm not saying what the doxer or doxers have done is right, but quite frankly, the doxers know how to handle themselves better on YouTube than the people getting doxed. And that's why they're in the position they're at. So if you don't want to give them that leverage you're giving them, then just stop reacting, ignore it. Don't talk about it. Let it go. I get doxed all the time in many different ways. I don't acknowledge it, and I don't care. And I've got security cameras at my place. The Redwood City Police and San Mateo County Sheriff, I'm notated in their system. So I got everything covered, and if people step foot on my property, then that's trespassing. I have them on camera. Even if they come at night, I have night vision cameras. And I've got a DVR that can record a week's worth of information before it resets. Scotty Unchained 2.0 with a $3 super sticker. Big round of applause. Wow. Thank you so much, Scotty. I've got to change the thing here. Channel donations for a more positive world to $9.99. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Holly's Hauntings and Happenings says, they do use doxing to receive donations. You're right about that. Well, the victim of being doxed is now going to go and run a stream and say, ooh, I got doxed by that other male content creator, so give me money because I feel horrible. Right. What kind of value are you getting there? Nothing. No value. Donate money for pity old me because I just couldn't ignore the stupidity? Autism Mom of 2 says, yay at Scotty Unchained 2.0. Thank you again, Scotty Unchained 2.0, Holly's Hauntings and Happenings, and Autism Mom of 2 for your super chats and super stickers. Your donations are greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. We are at 1 hour and 28 minutes. I need to wrap this up in a few here. Yeah, folks, I'm honestly really, really tired of negative content getting more views than my positive content or any other positive content. And I'm here to put out this message to all of you positive people that are allowing negative channels or creators to suck you in to their vortex and use you for content. That's not their fault. That's your fault. You're the ones that are choosing to react to it, right? Let it go. Let that shit go, right? Come over here and hang out with us a little bit and we'll entertain you and we'll help you feel better about yourselves, right? It just behooves me. It behooves me to see the same people continuing to feed into things over and over and over again and not understand what's really happening here. Quite a bunch of donations today. Yeah, not bad. $9.99. Not bad. Not bad. It's a great start. I appreciate it. Every little dollar, every little penny, everything counts. We appreciate it. Holly's Hauntings and Happenings says, I won't say names, but you probably know who I am thinking of. Well, the thing is this, Holly. The doxer is doxing to get a reaction from the person being doxed. If the person being doxed doesn't react, there's no content for the doxer. But if the person that gets doxed reacts and now is going to, court or, going to file a police report where they have no merit, that's going to give the doxer everything they want, right? I hate to say this, and I had to learn this the hard way, but I hate to say this. I'm totally against doxing. I'm totally against it. And I've had my moments of it in the past myself, and I regret some things I did to try to protect myself. But I've owned that and moved on. But the point I'm trying to make here is that the person doing the doxing, hey, if they're able to manipulate someone to create content, as much as I don't like it, more power to you. If you're going to allow people to use you in this way and use you to their advantage, then it's nothing but the fault of the people that are being doxxed. Scotty Unchained with the $10 super sticker. Oh my God. Big round of applause. Oh, I found it. Wow. Thank you so much, Scotty. Wow, Scotty. Thank you so much. That's far too kind. You ladies are just amazing today. Amazing. Oh, you're always amazing. It's great pleasure to talk with you and Holly and my lady on a 4-way call behind the scenes yesterday. Oh, wow, it's Scotty Unchained 2.0. You're on a roll. Yeah. Well, let me update the channel donations for a More Positive World Fund to $19.99. Yeah, today, real quick before I go off the air, if you look at the background there, this is just some random background with a gloomy, cloudy day with a wet road. It's raining. It's going to be raining pretty good for the next 48 hours here in the San Francisco Bay Area where I live, and we really, really, really need the rain. We really need the rain. We need the green to come back like this picture is showing here. Let me turn on the camera again. All right, we should be good. Scotty Unchained 2.0 with the big smiley face. Thank you so much, Scotty. Scotty, you have no idea how much my lady and I both appreciate that. And we're going to put all this to good use. It's been a good month for ad revenue and donations and super chats and super stickers here on Coach Eli 2. I still have never received a super thanks. I'm wondering if somebody could try a super thanks on one of the replay videos or pre-recorded videos. That would be cool to see how that works, but hey, no big deal. It's all good. This is really good. Holly's Hauntings and Happenings. You are not who you used to be, Eli. Your past does not define you. No one does. Well, here, let me speak on that real quick, Holly. I never, ever, ever wanted to do anything I did in the past out here, and everything I did was always done with the right intentions, right? I just wanted people to stop harassing me and harassing my family and this and that, right? And so, yeah, there were times where, I did some stupid things. I don't need to recall them because that's in the past. But those things were not done with malice intent. All I wanted was to just run my channel. But what's done is done. And yeah, I did those things, and I regret doing those things. Because now I've learned to truly understand why those things happen, and all I'm trying to do here is share with everyone else why those things truly happen. So, all right, folks, we're leaving 11 in the box. We've got 23 likes. We've got $19.99 in donations. Angie C., are you going to walk in the rain today? Well, I'm going to walk at about 7 or 7:15 Eastern, which is 4 or 4:15 p.m. Pacific, because there's going to be no rain during that 2-hour period, or very light rain. So I'm going to go walk. So I'm going to set that up now and be on that walk in like 90 minutes or less. So I better get on out of here. Thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you to Angie C. for being here. Holly's Hauntings and Happenings. Scotty Unchained 2.0. Autism Mama 2. Pablo, you're here as well. And many, many more. Too many to mention. Love you all. California Forward Outdoors. Adam, Matt, Fitness, and Gaming L. Hopefully we helped you out. Coach J-Rom. And anyone else that I missed, please subscribe to the channels in the chat. They're all good people. Moderators, feel free to always share your channel links in the chat, or even other people's channel links that you feel are worthy of being promoted. I trust you all. With that being said, have yourselves a good one. See you in about 90 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer than that, for day 7 of the 30-Day Positivity Challenge, live from a Walking with Purpose stream right here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.